Hello and welcome to St. John's. My name is Jack Pieper. I'm a junior here at St. John's. I'm an environmental studies major with a biology minor. I'm very involved on campus, so I'll probably mention a lot of activities, clubs, and organizations that I'm involved with. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll answer to the best of my ability.
This is the Great Hall. It was originally built in 1879 as the original Abbey Church, and then in 1961 the current Abbey Church was built, so this became a space for religious gatherings and social events that we have that take place in here. The biggest thing that we use this space for today is our Thanksgiving dinner. We have about a Thanksgiving dinner about a week before Thanksgiving break, so we do send you home for Thanksgiving. We don't keep you hostage here. But we do get a full mashed potatoes, stuffing, a full turkey, there's a pumpkin pie with 8 slices, there's kid wine. It's a lot of fun. We get dressed up, take pictures with our on-campus family before going home to see our real family.
Awesome, so we'll go down this way. So here we are in the Abbey Church. So this is our chapel here at St. John's. CSB, SJU, we are 2 Catholic universities, but it's not a requirement to be Catholic or religious for the matter to come here. And I'd say we're very diverse in that way, made up of different denominations of Christianity and then just religion in general as well. Here at St. John's and at St. Ben's, there's going to be a monastery, which is housed right behind the Abbey. If you see any other middle-aged older men walking around in black robes, that's who they are. Great guys to get to know. And then the really amazing part about the Abbey is the honeycomb structure. So kind of to put it brief, is the honeycomb structure. Every little piece of it represents an individual of the community, so it really builds that, again, that community foundation. Every person is represented here in the community, which also represents the mission of CSB and SJU, which is inclusion. So how I'm inclusively involved on campus, I am the co-president of PRISM, which is the LGBTQ+ club. I've been involved with Black Student Association, African Student Association, and then International and Intercultural Student Services at St. Ben's.
So in this walk, this is a great time to ask your prospective student where they're from, what grade they are in, and why they are interested in coming to St. John's and St. Ben's.
So welcome to St. John's Arboretum. Here at the Arboretum we have 2,900 acres of wetlands, forests, and lakes on campus. This is the biggest lake on campus, Lake Sagatagan, one of 7 water sources, again, that we have right here on campus. So along with that, St. John's is very outdoor oriented, so there's plenty of events, outdoor activities, and clubs, and overall just, again, activities that you can be associated with and participate here at St. John's in the Arboretum. Along with that, there's 20 miles of hiking, biking, and skiing trails. Down here on the right, there's a little shack where you can rent different canoes, kayaks, and other just, again, equipment that you can utilize out here in the Arboretum. And then a little bit of history. So if you come down here a little bit, you can see the shack on the left is the start of the chapel walk. And then the chapel is going to be right across the lake. That was the original church that was founded here in 1857 when St. John's was founded. So lots of history, lots of tradition, and just overall the Arboretum is an amazing natural resource that we get to really take advantage of here on campus. So on this walk between Lake Sag and Pengle, you can have a few talking points. So I would mention the Abbey Guest House. This is a space where a lot of people can stay and pretty much have that hotel experience right here at St. John's. A lot of parents like to RSVP online for homecoming, family weekend events like that. And that's, again, just the RSVP process is through online. But also I mentioned I actually asked the family, do they understand the relationship between CSB and SJU? And this is how I would put it. Not to quote Hannah Montana or anything, but it is the best of both worlds in the way that CSB is very city-oriented, so there's a lot of local coffee shops, restaurants, pizza places, and then CSB, again, very city-oriented with the city of St. Cloud pretty close to St. Joe. And then here at St. John's is definitely more outdoor-oriented, so you have all, you can do your hammocking, biking, fishing, all in one day. You have both student life atmospheres to your advantage, which, again, is very unique and makes it the most unique aspect in the country in that way. Really, at the end of the day, though, Benny's will sleep at St. John, Benny's will sleep at St. Ben's, Johnny's will sleep at St. John's, however you identify. And make sure that they will understand that by then, and you can continue your conversation.
This is the Peter Engel Science Center. We call this building Pengle. In here is where biology classes are, environmental studies, and also physics classes. Also located in this building is Outdoor University. They put on a lot of events that take place out in the outdoors for CSB, SJU students and faculty, and then as well as outside community members to get them all involved in loving our outdoor life. So now we're in New Science Center, which is actually connected to Pengel, but you don't have to go outside to get to your classes, which is awesome. New Science Center houses our labs for biology classes and environmental studies classes. So this is where you will have your labs, and if your students would like to go see a lab, you go into the first lab that is right around the corner down there, and somebody will be in there to talk about that with you.
Come on, let's go. So now we're on the second floor of Alkin Library. This specific half is Dietrich Reinhardt Learning Commons. So that's going to have a couple classrooms, a couple technology labs, definitely more that modern, technologically advanced floor. So off to the left is going to be an example classroom. Just a few aspects to point out about this that's again pretty unique to this campus. Average class size about 18 to 20 students, max at 36. I haven't had a class size over 34, and the smallest I've had is 6. So it definitely depends on the class and the overall participation as well. So other facilities on this floor are going to be the Media Center, which is pretty much similar to where you can rent movies, Xbox games, other media equipment that you can use for classes or projects and stuff like that. A couple of computer labs. Again, more technology, definitely advanced floor, new studio, 3D printer, and yes. So this is the SJU, the coffee shop here at St. John's. This is where you can also use your meal plan here at St. John's, where you can use the Flexbucks. If you're not at all a coffee drinker, well, you will be. It's inevitable, you know, to drinking coffee in college. Yeah, really great thing to have on campus too. And there's 4 coffee shops between both campuses, so again, can't escape coffee.
So our library does have 3 floors to it. We are currently on the top floor, which is the loudest, and each floor gets quieter as you go down. So with the basement, we call the dungeon. If you hear the dungeon being referred to on campus, it's not a scary place. It's just the basement of the library. Over here behind this blue wall, we do have the Writing Center. We have 2 services on our campuses for our students. One is the Writing Center, where students can bring their paper in, and an English major will go through it and help them get a better grade. And then down on the second floor, you can see 2 examples of our study rooms. People use these study rooms for group projects, individual use, or with a group of friends.
This is the lovely Clemens Stadium. This was actually voted by Sports Illustrated as a top 10 venue to watch college football in, and that's nationwide. Being a D3 school, we actually get nationwide, recognition because John Gallardi was our football coach for years and years. He is the most winningest college football coach in NCAA history. And this football field is basically a picture-perfect place to watch college football. As you can see, our lovely arboretum lines the backside of the football field with the changing colors. This is home to alumni, former players, visitors, students come to all the games. They're tons of fun. And yeah.
So here we are, the McNeely Spectrum. This is our indoor track field here in the Warner Palestra Athletic Facilities. So a lot of intramurals take place here, for instance, softball, ultimate frisbee. The club sports practice here in their off-season along with a lot of varsity sports, including the track and field team, football, lacrosse, sports like that. This is an included facility for all students, just like every facility here in Warner Palestra. One tradition that actually takes place here in the McNeely Spectrum is called Pines Weekend, which is a weekend full of different local artists and a famous artist that comes to campus, and it's pretty much a weekend full of concerts. And then right over here is Sexton Arena, so this is where Johnny basketball takes place, also a lot of intramurals and club sports practice and play.
So this is our fitness center, our weight room. Benny's and Johnny's are both allowed in here. We have really convenient hours. It opens at 6:30 a.m., closes at 10:30 p.m. And this one is a lot more weightlifting focused. Over at St. Ben's, it's a lot more cardio machines. And yeah, we have student trainers as well. If you're ever hurt or if you don't know what you're doing, ask them.
So these are three pretty unique facilities. The racquetball court where an intramural takes place. This is the rock climbing wall put on by the Outdoor Leadership Center. This is open every day, even on the weekends, from 6 to 9 on the weekdays, and then 1 to 4 on the weekends. Another included facility for all students. And then off to the left is going to be a more practice off-season hockey arena for whether you're in the club sport, intramural, or the varsity sport of hockey. You can use that facility whenever you'd like.
This is the OLC. It stands for Outdoor Leadership Center. And this is where, for free, you can rent out anything that you may need to go outside. Sleeping bags, ice skates, hammocks, balls, bats, anything you can think of. You just get your student ID and then you can take it.
And then I didn't come next one.
And we also have the PRP, the Peer Resource Program. They are responsible for planning a lot of trips for students to go on. It's a student body run organization. They do a lot of stuff with ULC. They're basically our outdoorsy campus groups. One really big thing they do is college bound. We always like to hand these out to prospective students. Just talk about college bound, you know, the trip. They go to the Boundary Waters. It's an awesome orientation before orientation on campus.
So now we're in the bottom of Mary. Right over here is the XPD office, so the Career Development Center. They will actually do this talk, so you can just take your group in and they will do the talk. But then right down the hall is going to be Counseling Services, which is an included facility, again, for students. And then Center Care Clinic is not included. It is an insurance-based company, but you are more than willing, even if you're out of state, to use that facility, whether you are sick, broken bone, anything like that.
This is our bookstore, the SJU bookstore. If you have a class on this campus, you come here to get your books, you come here to get Johnny sweatshirts, t-shirts, shorts, posters, anything. We also have a little convenience area where students can buy all the essentials, you know, medicine, Advil, food, cooking products. It's a really helpful little spot. And then right outside these doors is where the link bus pulls up. Students can stand outside, or if it's a bit chilly, you can wait on in this little waiting area. And we also have a schedule because it isn't always running on the 15 and 45. Some times change, so that's really helpful.
Just do your thing. Oh. So this is section, this is our first dining hall here at St. John's. This is definitely more the grab and go kind of feel. Get a pretty quick meal before a class or exam. Very common meals that you grab here: pizza slice, burrito bar, sub line, chicken strip basket, you know, the essentials, obviously. We'll get into the meal plan just in a little bit at the other dining facility, but just a couple other things. You can also use your Flexbox option that I was talking about earlier on tour. So we like to call them the college essentials, you know, the ramen, the mac and cheese, the goldfish, Mountain Dew kickstarts for the late nights, because, you know, they do happen. But yeah, so that's something more at this dining hall. And then over here are going to be, is going to be the Brother Willie's Pub, so we are a wet campus. You do obviously have to be 20 years or older to drink, but there are plenty of events that go on in the pub that are 18 plus and available for all students.
In this space, usually there's not a lot to talk about, but you can just create conversation by pointing out a lot of different parts of campus, since I always say this is kind of the middle of campus. We have our beautiful koi pond. We have 2 first-year dorms. We have the tundra. So really any of these things you can point out. You can also talk about housing at this point, since you're about to go into Tommy. Talk about how, you know, the difference between first year and freshman year, living in dorms, being able to live off campus, all that kind of stuff.
Welcome to Tommy 101. So this is a pretty typical dorm, pretty across the board, even for other universities. But a few aspects that do make it very unique to this campus. The first being the desk and the shelf space. So that makes it really easy to organize all of your school supplies and just office supplies in general. I pretty much bought my entire room from my hometown, so this shelf really came in handy to put all of that stuff on there. Windows are pretty big, which is great to get all that natural light in there to induce endorphins. You can rent a loft online, and that is highly recommended for space efficiency. Throw a futon under one side, shelf and TV under the other. Just again, really improve that space efficiency. Three not included items by the university are futon, microwave, and fridge, but you can again rent them online. Closet space is also very efficient. Obviously, Johnnies are all very organized, but you can organize your shirts, pants, socks. Makes it really easy to organize your shoes, laundry stuff up on the top. Again, really great for storage and organizational purposes. And then the most unique aspect about every dorm is a running sink with running water and a pull-out mirror for toiletries. One of the most unique aspects about the dorms here and just the dorms in Minnesota.
So, we have Guild Hall over here. Not really used by upperclassmen as much, but if you're a freshman and you live right next to it, it's a great spot to go play basketball, volleyball, work out. We also have Simon's Hall. A lot of business majors will come here. People looking in accounting, finance, political science. That's the building where they'd be spending most of their time. I also like to point out that really any direction you walk in on our campus too, you'll probably run into a lake. This is kind of a good spot to point that out. And since we are Collegeville, we kind of have to be a self-sustaining community. So we have tons of, buildings that involve, firefighting, a water treatment plant, a power plant, just to kind of show that we take care of ourselves at Collegeville, and it's pretty cool. This is the Reef. This is our main dining hall on campus. And once you come in here, you can eat as much as you want. It's buffet style. We have tons of different little stations that students can get food at. International, the home style grill, the grill, grains, and then tons of fresh fruit, salad options too. I love the Reef. You can also eat over at St. Ben's though too. The two are very different, and I like the differences. The food's great. The meal plans here, you have lots to choose from. You can do the continuous, the unlimited, so that allows you to come in here as many times as you want throughout the day. We have a block plan, and then even a smaller plan if you live in an apartment or something like that. That's more cost effective too. So. This is the quadrangle. We like to talk about the quad because it's our oldest building on campus. It's really cool. I always say it's a really college-y building. I don't really know what that means, but people get it when I say it. And just how St. John started from here. This was like the entirety of the university at one point. And you could really have any class in there. So, then we also have the music building right over here. Practice rooms for students who aren't majors. If you are a major, you don't need a key to get into a practice room. They all have pianos in them. Lots of ensembles to be a part of. If the prospective student has any experience playing piano, or maybe they've been playing the trumpet for 10 years or something, let them know we have scholarship opportunities for that. So yeah, great music program, underrated. We bring in tons of performers through our fine arts programming. So students get a lot of opportunities to see some really cool acts for like $5 to $10. So
now we're kind of in the home stretch of our tour. I just want to thank you for coming today. Thank you for touring St. John's. If you have any other burning questions, feel free to ask, and I'll again answer them to the best of my ability. Otherwise, good luck with your college decision. I hope you enjoy the rest of your high school career as well. Good luck with sports, if you play sports. Good luck with band or choir, theater, dance, anything like that. Whatever you got to know about the student, just say good luck. And again, it was great meeting you. Safe travels.
Hey there, my name's Natalie. I am a tour guide at St. Ben's. I'm a sophomore this year. I'm from Monticello, Minnesota, which is about 45 minutes away from campus. I am majoring in elementary education and minoring in math. So someday in the near future, I'm going to be a math teacher. I love calculus, which is a weird thing to say. And you can catch me walking around campus with coffee all the time, every day. Well, welcome to Gretzky Dining Center. There's so many great food options on St. Ben's campus as well as St. John's. Here you will find the Mongolian grill, home-style foods. There's a delicious dessert section. Lava cake is absolutely the best. And there's the grill, and they always do so many great food options throughout the day. You can use your meal plan, so you swipe in with your student ID card, so you can walk in, grab a snack, and walk out and catch the bus. Are we talking about the bus? So, welcome to Gretzky Fireside. Here we have Good to Go, great place to pick up your snacks, your coffee, great location right by the bus. This is Fireside right over here. Great spot for students to hang out, study, wait for the bus during those cold weather days. Welcome to Clemens Perk, one of the coffee shops on campus. Really cool fact, if you're a Friends fan, taken from the idea of Central Perk, this was started from a student-created idea from the Entrepreneurial Club and is student-run, student-managed.
So here we are in Clemens Library. This is an included facility for Bennies and Jotties, and it's a really awesome library to study in. There are a lot of resources that students can take advantage of, including group study rooms, computer labs, library facilities to rent books, movies, different stuff like that. Writing Center, Math Skills Center are going to be here, also based in the Clemens Library. And then also in the library is going to be attached is the Experience and Professional Development Center, also called XPD, where you can really develop, where students can really develop that resume, really polish that resume, get to know a lot of alumni. They actually will do this talk for you, so you don't need to know much about it, but definitely great resource for post-grad. Hello.
Welcome to Mary Hill Commons. This is where the 3 freshman dorm facilities are located, and they're connected through these lovely indoor walkways. So your first year at CSB, you would be dormed here. Mary Hill Commons is a great lounge area at the information desk right over here. You can pick up games. This is where all of the mailboxes are, so you can get your packages, learn how to play pool. The bookstore is very conveniently located right here, as well as the copy center and CSB security, which is open 24/7. Let's go check out a dorm room right over this way. Welcome to Aurora Hall. Here we have a lovely example of a freshman dorm room. As you can see, comes with 2 lovely beds, 2 desks. We have an example of bed lofts right here, which you can choose to rent out from bedlofts.com. Great feature about that is they set it up right for you. You don't have to do any work. And let's check out that closet space. Lovely space, have that shoe rack right here. But let's check out my favorite feature, shall we? Behind door number 3, you have your own sink in your room. Don't have to go in the hallway to go wash your face or brush your teeth in the middle of the night. It's a great feature to have. Full-length mirror right here. I think that's it. Welcome to Sacred Heart Chapel. Right out here we have the gathering place, which has a lovely skylight entrance of the chapel dome. And right in here you will notice Sacred Heart Chapel is unique with the altar in the middle. It's a really great feature. We have everyone facing each other when they're sitting for Mass, and it goes along with our Benedictine values of community. There's daily Mass celebrated throughout the week, and student-led Mass on Sundays at 6 p.m. right here. And there's a lot of great student involvement. Pipe organ is beautiful, has more than 1,600 pipes in it, and it's a lovely space. So, welcome to the main building. Here you can see our lovely koi pond, and right behind you can see the main building. It used to be the original building for St. Ben's campus. Now it houses the nursing department, psychology, economics, and math. Where? Oh, hey, didn't see you there. So, right back over here, we have the lovely town of St. Joseph. Great walking distance for students. You can go to the coffee shop, local blend. I recommend open mic nights on Tuesdays. You can go to Gary's Pizza, Bo Diddley's Sandwich Shop, or just have a nice walk around.
Have you thought about studying abroad, Natalie?
I'm so glad you asked that. I have this thought about studying abroad. There are so many different programs you could go to around the world. For me, I'm looking at going to South Africa my junior year for education. The bloopers.
So here we are in our Science Center. This academic building houses the departments of chemistry, nutrition classes, and a few dietitian. There are labs up on the top floor, so in case on a Saturday program or on a program day, you will have to go upstairs with your group to show them the lab. Otherwise, it is not necessary to go upstairs.
Welcome to the Henrietta Academic Building, or the HAB. This is where general classes are held. This is where the education department is, as well as exercise science and sports studies. There's a lot of great resources in this building as well. The Writing Center is right over here, as well as student accessibility services. And there's a really great lounge area for students to wait in between classes and work on homework.
So here we are in Murray Hall. The first organization that we will point out is the Intercultural and International Student Services. So this is really important to the institutions just because our mission is inclusion, and this is what this organization is really based on. Really increasing social justice for underrepresented students on campus, and that's through different events like Festival of Cultures that takes place in November, and then also Lavender Graduation that is for, again, underrepresented students on campus, including the Latinx community, students of color, LGBTQ plus community, etc. Also, other clubs that are based out of the IISS office are PRISM, which is the LGBTQ plus club. I'm a co-president of that. Black Student Association, African Student Association, Exploring Latin American Cultures. Lots of other inclusive clubs like that are, again, really important to our institutions. It's going to be also housed here in Murray Hall on CSB Senate, Joint Events Council, and Student Orientation. So these are all organizations that are important for the student population to be involved on campus and just have events and activities that, again, build the community through student activities, JEC, and the Student Orientation Council. Right over here, and the last organization that's in Murray Hall is going to be Campus Ministry, but also over here is going to be housed the Alternative Break Experiences Office, Faith Communities Office, Liturgy Office, and Spiritually and Social Justice Office. So here we are in the Hahn Campus Center. We'll just touch on real quick the dining hall off to my left. The Glenn's dining facility. Pretty much copy and paste with Sexton, really get that grab and go kind of meal before class or exam. They have different specialty meals throughout the week. My favorite is obviously on Saturdays, wing day. They'll have that all day, but otherwise you can use your punch plan here, which would be one punch, would be an entree, side, and a drink, and then you can also use your flex salad plan, which you can get the college necessities, you know, the gummy worms, ramen, mac and cheese, Mountain Dew kickstarts, for the late nights, obviously, in essential. But yeah, also to point out, O'Connell's is another lounge space to do homework. There's pool tables, darts, dance floor. Lots of events will take place in there as well. Just a really fun space to hang out.
Welcome to the CSB Fieldhouse and Fitness Center. Right over here, this is a great space for students to take advantage of. The Festival of Cultures is held in here. A great thing to point out is the involvement fair. There's over 100 clubs on campus and so many things you can get involved with. Intramurals will play in here. You can just come down and rent equipment from the campus rec center and shoot some hoops, play volleyball, play tennis. You can hop on the treadmill right over here, get that cardio done. There's cardio machines, weightlifting in the back. A great feature at St. Ben's Fitness Center is the Benny time, which is 4 to 7, which is only Benny's allowed to work out in here. Right over here we have Claire Lynch Hall. Great place to play, go catch a volleyball game or a basketball game. Coach's office is right over here. My personal favorite are the group exercise classrooms. I go to Monday night Zumba every week, but you can go to yoga in the morning. You can go to yoga sculpt. There's a lot of fun ways to be involved and active on campus.
Hi, welcome to the Benedictine Arts Center. Come on. Right over here is actually the Escher Auditorium, which is our biggest auditorium, one of 4 in the BAC. Houses sits 1,200 people. That's also where most of our fine arts events will take place. Hello. So that's where most of our fine arts events will take place. Also where you can feel those FAEs, fine arts experience, part of our curriculum with the liberal arts education curriculum associated with the institutions. And then I'm a dancer, so I pretty much live over here in the dance studio, doing all that fun jazz. As we make it farther down, the departments that are housed here in the BAC are all music classes, theater classes, and art classes. It kind of goes between each campus with music and choral education, but wind ensemble, orchestra are going to be some bands that are housed or that mainly practice here, along with the art department, whether that's pottery, ceramics, acrylic, photography, all that will be housed here, along with theater, dance, singing, acting, all those classes will take place here as well. Wind ensemble practices down here in the orchestra hall. Looks like jazz band is playing right now. Lots of fun, lots of different extracurriculars and fun stuff to be involved with. So if we keep going. A little farther down here in the Benedictine Arts Center are going to be practice rooms, which are really great spaces to go into, bust out a tune on a piano, maybe sing a little bit, do a monologue for a theatrical class. But I really like to just use them for just to study. I think it's a really aesthetic place to do that. But also there are going to be professors' offices on this floor, along with another orchestra hall. Where orchestra mainly rehearses. So lots of fun facilities that are here. Awesome, thank you so much for coming today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and again, I'll answer to the best of my ability. But otherwise, thank you again for coming to campus. Safe travels back to your hometown. Hopefully see you in the fall. If you ever see me around campus, feel free to say hi, and I probably will answer. Of course, just the community here is just
super duper.
super duper.